Okay, perfect. If you remember, I told you we are going to be using this exam. Is the same exam that it's being applied in Jagagelia. So that way we are sure that the level of education is the same here in Mexico that in Finland. So today I prepared an exercise in order to be sure that all of the knowledge is acquired. And please, if you have any doubt, today is the day, because on Thursday is going to be the exam and we are going to go through the answers, okay? So today is the day for the questions. If you have any of them, please let me know. Okay, so let me share the screen with the exercise. So that way you can know what we are going to be doing, okay? So I'm going to add an item just how in the meanwhile that we are. So number 4 is missing, but you will have it just in a minute. Okay, so we are right here. So what we are going to be doing, we are going to work with a file that it's called customer dbase. It is inside of the English samples folder, okay, of SPSS. Okay, so in order that all of us are working at the same time, please go and try to open it. I'm going to wait right here. I already have it open, of course, but you have to go and open the file. Be sure that it's the English one, so there is no mistake. So let me share my screen so you can know how you can do it. Okay, so what you can do is you can be in SPSS. I hope that everyone is looking at this. You can go right here to File, Open Data, and then go to the folder. It is right here. You can follow it. Your hard drive, program files, IBM, SPSS, statistic 25, samples, English, and it is right there. It is called customer dbase. This one, customer dbase. And once you open it, you are going to have this variable list, a big one, a very, very big one. There are 132 variables with, let me see how many data, with 5,000 records, okay? 5,000 records, rows of answers. So it's a big one. We have a lot of information right here that we are going to be using. Okay, so then please let me know as soon as everyone has it.
Miguel, sorry, my SPSS was opening. Can you repeat it, please?
Yes, of course.
If it's
Let
possible.
me share it again.
Yes.
Okay, so when you are in SPSS, you will go to File, Open Data, or maybe you can do it from the beginning menu, but since I am already right there, that is why I cannot show it. But you can go right there. File, Open Data, and then you can sort from your hard drive, program files, IBM, SPSS, statistic 25, samples, English. And right there under English, please go to customer dbase. It is right there. And once you have it,
Windows, then program files,
yes,
then IBM, then
yes,
SPSS, statistics, 25.
samples.
Wait, where is samples? Samples.
English.
English.
And right there, you should have the customer dbase.
Customer database, okay. Open.
And then everyone should be looking at something like this. And remember, if you want to be sure that everything is working, you can press the button right there. So you can change from the display to the data, no? In the numbers from the translation. So that way you can be sure. And as I've said, you have a lot of variables, almost 105,000 records. 132 variables. So it's a big file.
Like, is it true or is it just randomly?
No. Everything right here is true. Yes, of course. The thing is that this is very, very interesting. The only problem around these ones is that they are kind of old. So I mean, the data is nice, but the information it's not updated. I mean, it's great for sample, it's great for the exercise, but the only not very good thing is that it's not updated. But everything is right. In your exam, we are going to be using a data file that Finland sent us. It seems that that one is updated, so I hope that you find it interesting.
Teacher, does this exercise looks like the exam in a way? So we have to do like these kind of activities on the exam?
Yes.
Or it's more like an analysis? Yeah? Okay.
Yes, a lot. Very, very alike.
Okay.
Teacher, I have a question.
Of course.
You told us that the exam wasn't going to be not doing a survey, just like identifying the exercises and everything.
Just like this one, I'm going to give you the file.
Okay.
Yes, I will send it before the exam. So that way you can have it, you can download it, you can be sure that you can open it. Even though you can go and, I don't know, give it a try now, see what it's, what's in it. Yes, I will send it on Thursday morning.
Okay.
So that way,
the exam?
The file, the data file.
Okay.
Not the questions. I mean, if you have enough time, you can go and look at it. And I would say that you can be pretty sure of what might come. No, the question will be open at 2 o'clock, but you are going to have the files before. So that way I can be absolutely sure that you are able to open it, that you have it, and also that you can go through it. No, look, what is it about?
Another question. How much time do we have for the exam?
Exactly the time of the class. This was developed with the idea that you have 1 hour and a half, 1 hour and 45 minutes, something like that. I mean, if you require 2 hours, that's fine for me. But I mean, it's at the normal hour, not at the time that we were assigned. Okay, questions? No one?
Nope.
Okay, excellent, perfect. Okay, so let's continue. So everyone should be right here with the information. So let me just be sure everyone can see my file with the exercise.
Yes.
Perfect. So yes.
Sometimes it's a bit complicated to follow because we need to put like half and half. But yes.
Why don't you take a screenshot of this one? Because this is what we are going to be doing, no? So maybe you can screenshot. I'm going to write number 4 just in a few minutes.
That is in Moodle, right?
This one, no, this one I just created. No, this is not in Moodle.
We don't have that.
No, this one, no, you don't.
Okay, so let me do a...
Take a photo or screenshot it. Okay, so this is what you have to do. Okay, so you already open the file. What's this? The file. Okay, open the file. Then now you have to study the variable age. What do you have to do? First, you have to compute mean, median, quartiles, standard deviations, skewness, minimum, and maximum. Okay. So go do it and have it right there in your output file. And also you have to draw the histogram with the normal curve. And afterwards, you have to tell me if you think that one is normally distributed. And then According to everything that you wrote, you have to put in a file. It can be in the same one or it can be in another one. A paragraph about that variable. What can you tell me? Obviously, I am not going to grade this one. We are going to do it, you and me. So this is first, please try it. Give it a try. I want to know if you are able to do it, and then we are going to do it together. Okay, excellent. So let's get started. If you have doubts, please let me know. Indeed, afterwards, we are going to do it all together.
Miguel, is it possible that we start together?
It's because I am just finishing number 4.
Ah, okay. Perfect.
Miguel,
Yes?
what's sweetness in Spanish?
Okay, that is important. I was waiting for that question.
Okay.
And I only hope that you can tell me. So maybe you can go to translate.google.com.
Is it varianza?
No, that one is variance.
Oblicuidad, según esto.
It's symmetry, asimetría or simetría.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, ready. I have it. So let's get to the analysis. Hopefully everyone was able to do the first one, but let me do it. Okay, so maybe you can follow me, or you can analyze if you did it right. So I will go to analyze, descriptive. And now I'm going to get age, that is the variable that we are analyzing. I will go to options, and right there it's the mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, skewness. Okay, so right here we do not have the median. That one will appear in another one. So I will use this ones. Continue.
Sorry, teacher, you select age, right? One step before that one?
Yes,
Age
that was the
meter.
one that I asked you. Yes, that's correct. I think so. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, yes, age. Yes, yes, it's studied the variable age. So the only one that is missing is median. So that one we are going to have it. Okay, and that's it. I can get it right here.
So in the first one, we put desviation standard.
Yes,
And
I
the
think that it
median?
was standard deviation. I ask you mean, median, oh, quartiles. So we are missing median and quartiles, and standard deviation. I already put it. Yes, okay.
So in the first one of statistics of age, I only put palomita in standard deviation,
Only that one?
or also in median.
You have to
No.
put in all the other ones, because if you see right there, I am asking the mean, the median, quartiles, standard deviation, skewness, minimum and maximum. So here are part of it, and the other ones, let me show you where they are. They are in frequencies. If you go with frequencies and you go with statistics, you have right here quartiles. Oh, by the way, you have the other ones right here. So maybe you can do it just in once. That's it. Yes, you have all of the others right here. So it is faster with if you go with frequencies, right? There are quartiles, mean, median, skewness, minimum, maximums, and standard deviation. By the way, right here is the histogram. You go to graphics and right there. Okay, so let me do it again from the beginning. In order not to have too much information, I am going to close this window, the results one. I am not going to save it, so that way I can start from the beginning. So I will go with analyze, descriptive, frequencies, then I will choose age. In statistic, I will go with quartiles, mean, median, skewness, minimum, maximum, and standard deviation. Yes, those were the ones that were asked to compute. Continue. Now I will go to charts, histogram, and normal curve right there. Okay, so now I have it. Everything is fine. I will go with, oh, this is very, very important. Please do not choose this one. Let me highlight it. This one, do not uncheck it, because if you leave it, you are going to have a very big list of information that is not useful. So check it out, uncheck it. Okay, so that's it, and accept. So now it is being computed.
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes,
What was histograph
let me show you
in
the
Spanish?
histograma, this one.
En gráficos.
Okay. En gráficos sale histograma.
Yes.
Ajá, hasta abajo.
Okay, so the question was, let's go to the exercise file. It says right there, compute mean, median, quartiles. Let's see, mean, yes, it is right here. Median, it is right here. Quartiles, we have them right here, 32, 46, and 62. they are right here. And standard deviation, skewness, standard deviation, it is right here. Skewness is right here. Minimum and maximum. Minimum, yes, everything is right here. Right here, all of them. Here are
Sorry,
all.
where you can see the quartiles or the quartiles, or so?
Excuse me?
Quartiles or quartiles, where do you see it in the graphic?
Okay, let me explain it. Just let me close the window because they have a lot of noise out here. Sorry for that. Okay, so what is a quartile? A quartile is dividing all of the information into 4 parts. So if you go right here in this graphic, I hope everyone can see it. You can see that we have 25, 50, and 75. Exactly, we are dividing them in quarters, in quartiles, okay? Even though it says percentile 25 is Q1, I mean the first quarter, the second one, and the third. So these are the ones. Let me highlight them. Okay, so those are the quartils. Everyone can see it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So right there, we have all the information that I was asking right here. All of it is right here. There you go. Now we have the histogram. Okay, so the question was,
Teacher,
yes?
Aldo told me that he needed to log out because of the Wi-Fi, so.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, so we draw the histogram, and now the question, who can tell me, do you think that this histogram is normally distributed?
No,
No, perfect, excellent, Pablo. Why?
because you chose to put the normal way that a histogram needs to go, and with our data, the middle part is supposed to be bigger than the other sections, and
Yes.
in this case, it's not.
Excellent, yes, perfect. Very, very good.
I have a different histogram.
Oh, no, that cannot be possible.
Yes. It's not with lines, it's like with bars.
Mine is with bars.
Yeah, but like
Did
skinny bars. And I only have 6 bars. Well, 1 actually, 4 actually.
Oh, then you chose wrong the age. You went for another one. Let me show you. Which one did you choose? Just a second. This is what happened. You went right here, and then instead of age, you put age category. There are 2 different ones.
Oh my God.
Yes, it's a mistake around the variable. We should use age in years, and you use age category. It's a different one.
Okay, then I will do it again.
Okay, I want to return to what Pablo said. Yes, this is right. You can see right here. This one is important. Just let me draw right here.
Sorry to interrupt. It's age in years, age. That's the one.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I had it one wrong.
Okay, so you can see right here that this information, this part of the information is not following a normal curve. This means that we have a lot of information around the people around the 80s, and that is not a common thing because we should have more in the middle. So we can see that there are big differences between a normal curve and this one. And right here, we can see the other difference, okay? So this is not normally distributed. A normal distribution should follow that line, the black one, and this one is not following it. Also right here, we have another very important difference, right here. So this means that no, this data set around age is not normally distributed, because a normal distribution means that we should follow this line. We should be following this line. And this is not happening, okay? So then we have the answer for that question. So let me just return to that one. We already had the mean, median, quartile, standard deviation, skewness, minimum, and maximum. We also draw the histogram with normal curve, and that one, is it? No, it is not. Now, please, you by yourself, write down anything that you are looking at that information and write one paragraph about that variable. What can you see on that information? Anything that you can give information to me. I will give you a couple of minutes to do it, and then afterwards, someone please share it with me.
Okay.
Remember that I am recording the session and I will upload it to Moodle later, so you can go through it if you want to. And for the ones that maybe arrive late, the exam is going to be on Thursday starting 2 o'clock. I will be sending the file prior that. That will be on Thursday morning. This means that for Olivia's time, it will be around noon. So you can have the file, and we will start at 2 o'clock Mexican time.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, who can tell me, what do you see right here? What can you tell me about age?
Well, based on the histogram, you have more data with the younger people, and you start going down as the years goes. What frequency means? The left part of the histogram, exactly.
We have to consider everything that is right now on the screen.
Yeah. But what does the left data means? Where you say frequency?
Oh, this is the amount of people. Yes, very good question. Okay, let me show you. Yes, that one is an important one. Okay, so let me go right there. Right, all these numbers are the number of people in that age. So this means that right here, around the younger people, there are around 100 that answer this survey. So this means how many of them. So this is 100, so something like that. Okay, someone else. What can you tell me about this variable?
That the minimum age it starts at 18, which
Yes.
means that all of them are underage. We don't have any childs.
Yes.
And that the maximum age is before 80. So
Yes.
we don't have any older people that goes after 80 years.
What else? Yes, that's a good one. What else?
The amount of people, it's like decreasing with the years of the people also. Like there is less people with 80 years answering.
Okay, yes, of course, that's important one. Yes, we have more young people than, yes, old people, that's correct. That is
That the size,
skewness is, asymmetría.
that it's not the same amount.
What you just said, exactly what you just said is that, let me show it right here, is skewness. So this one, what you just said, since it's a positive number, if that one was 0, it would mean that we have exactly the same old people than young people. But since it's positive number, it means that we have more young people. Yes, that is correct. What else?
Okay, so then if it's 0, same amount of people, and if it's negative, then more older people.
Yes, exactly. Okay, in this case, because it's age, but if we were talking about income, just think about money that they get, income. If that one was a negative one, it would mean that more people earn more money.
Can you repeat that?
If it's positive, it's to the left. Positive means to the left, negative means to the right.
Okay.
Okay, so let me give you what would I write. I would say, in the analysis of age, we can notice that the mean is almost the same as the median, 46 and 46. So then we are sure that the average of age is 46. Then if I analyze the standard deviation, I can say that if I would go with different customers, I am right there at the door receiving customers, I can expect a difference of age of 17 years between them. So just imagine that the first customer that arrives to my store is 40 years. The second one can be 23 easily, or 57. So we have very, very different people. And you can see it on the chart. We have all ages. That is correct.
Can you repeat that? So the deviation between each person is 17 years?
Yes, right here. That is the standard deviation. So this means that just imagine that you are in a store and you are walking through the halls. You are going to be finding people of all ages. Just this is just like Costco. No, you are right there and you are going to find people of all different ages. If standard deviation is smaller, for example, just imagine that you arrived to the university. This is not true. If you are walking through the hall of the university, the standard deviation is around 2 or 3 years only.
Or what?
I didn't hear you, Lisa.
Or 1 year.
Or 1, yes. But I mean, I'm considering also teachers and the administration people. So I would say that it would be 2 or 3 years, no? Because you can find right there teachers. So it's something like that. But in this one, 17, you can notice that you are going to have all different ages. Now, minimum, yes, as Daniela said, from 18 to 79. Now, let's focus our view on quartiles. This is very important. Just imagine that I want to create different promotions, different discounts according to the ages of my customers. Now I know that I have 4 different segments. In each segment, I have exactly the same amount of customers. How many customers are going to be in each one of these segments? According, obviously, to this survey.
25, 50, and 75?
1,250. This is dividing 5,000 into 4.
How did you get that number?
5,000 divided by 4 equals, yes, because we have 5,000 surveys. So if we are going with quartiles, this means 25% of each. Okay. So I divide in 4 different groups. Okay. So which one is the first group? It will be all the people that are under 32 years. Yes? How did
Why?
Huh?
It says
it is right
after the 24. Yeah.
It is right here. So this is the first segment. This is my first group. The second group is going to be from 32 up to 46. Then from 46 up to 62. And the last one will be 62 and above. So now I have 4 different segments. I have 4 different groups. So if I want to create discounts, promotion, different communication, just imagine that you are creating a Facebook, you have to consider 4 different groups of people.
One question real fast.
Yes.
So if the second group goes from 46 to whatever, wouldn't the first group go from 32 to 45, not 46, because 46 is already included in the next one?
Okay, how this is read. Let me explain it better so everyone knows exactly. So it is open on the right, closed on the left. So this means that it is equal or more than 18 and less than 32. This means it's open on the right, closed on the left. Equal or more than 32 and less than 46. Equal or more than 46 and less than 62 and equal or more than 62. Is it answered?
Yes.
Yes,
Open
thank you.
on the right, close on the left. Okay, so now we have 4 groups. We can divide all of different customers. This is very, very important and very interesting because if you do exactly the same analysis in Liverpool, or I mean, I know that in Finland there is no Liverpool, but I know in a very big retail store, we can now divide our customer according to a category. In this case was age, but we have different ones, okay? So for example, I don't know if at any time you've been wondering how in the movies, in the cinema, they created these packages because there are different prices, different packages. So now you can have packages of 40 pesos, packages of 60 pesos, packages of 80 pesos.
Espero.
So how they do it, they create this analysis. So they had segments and they decide that they analyze from several years how much money customers were expending. So that way they decide, okay, we have to create some bundles, some packages of less than 40 pesos. Now a second group from 42, maybe 70 pesos, and then the other ones will go from 70 to 90 and something like that. So this is how things are created. Just imagine another example right here in Mexico, no? So when you arrive to Oxxo, to this fast food retail stores, so you have different groups of prices. So they know it because they created groups, so they know how much you are going to be spending. Okay, so that's it. So now we have all of the answers of the first one that were compute, compute all of them, draw that histogram and around it is distributed and that write the analysis. Perfect, okay. Now, study the multiple choice question set regarding primary vehicle price category. Okay, so do it. In the meanwhile, I am going to upload this file because I don't have number 4. Something happened. Okay, there you go. Start with that exercise, please.
Can you show the question again, please?
Yes, just a second. I am synchronizing my two computers. Just a second, please.
Okay, thanks.
In just a minute, this one will be through. Okay, it is right there. Study the multiple choice question set regarding primary vehicle price category. Do a frequency table of the set, draw a suitable graphic presentation, and write an interpretation of the result that can be used in a report. Please screenshot it so I can upload number 4.
Done.
Okay. Okay, so how we are going to do it? So we are going to go to analyze frequencies, and now we have another one. By the way, every time that you are doing this, I really give you a tip: go and put reset, so that one you can start all over again. Primary vehicle price category.
Did you select on graphs or statistics?
Graphs, because I need right here, because right there the exercise said that you have to choose a graphic.
Okay.
In this one, the most important one is the frequency table. This one is the most important one.
But
So to keep it there.
Excuse me?
In this case, we have to keep it.
Yes, this one. This one is very, very important, because that way you are going to be showing what it was asking, the frequencies.
So we unselect that one unless they're asking for frequency table.
No, if you have this type of ruler, this means that the variable is a scale 1, do not choose it. If it's ordinal or nominal, you choose it.
Okay.
how do I know that I need to choose the charts one and not the statistics?
Why? Because this
Because of
one
the
is
graphical presentation?
an ordinal variable. So in ordinal variables, this measure doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
This analysis is mainly for scale ones. So
Okay.
in the case of ordinal and nominal variables, we are going to use frequencies instead of statistics.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome.
And sorry, the graphs were bars?
Yes, I think that one is a good one.
Bars with frequencies or with percentages?
I chose percentage because in this case, it's important to get to know if we have more than half or not. I'm going to explain it, but don't worry about that one, okay? I mean, you can use numbers and that one is also fine. I would say in this case, because of the question, I will go with...
Okay.
But don't worry about that one because on the table you have both information. Let me see if this one is already synchronized. Not yet.
Did you say that we only choose the statistics one if we use it for scale?
For ordinal or nominal? Oh, yes, statistics. Yes, statistics are only, well, there is only one comment around it, and I hope that you remember this one. This is important. There is one type of nominal variable that can
Thomas?
analyzed with statistics, with that one, with that statistics. Which one is it?
Dicotomos.
Exactly.
That is the one that we use, for example, for sometimes for gender, or was it for age?
No, age, no, because remember that dichotomous variable is one that only has two options, male and female, yes and no, but or not but, arrive, not arrive, only two options.
Okay.
So I would say that statistics, that option, analyze. So in this one, statistics, this one is only for scale or dichotomous. It's the only one.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so here is my answer to it. I hope that everyone has exactly the same thing. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Straight to
So then let me explain this one. Hopefully everyone is following me.
Yes.
Okay, so right here, we have, if you remember on the past one, I asked you how many people answer, how many results, how many data we had, and we said 5,000. But in this case, we have 492 lost values. Who can tell me what means, what does this mean?
The lost value thing?
Yes, what means 492? What happened with them?
That they did not enter and establish. Is the values that you say
variable.
it will not matter?
Yes.
Like values,
The
incorrect
people who
values.
did.
So those 492 people answered something different. Maybe it was a mistake, or maybe they didn't answer.
Yeah.
So they did not choose economy, standard, or luxury. No, none of them. So this means that we cannot analyze them, okay? So we have 492 loss values. So now we are going to analyze the table, this table right here. So now, which is the valid percentage of people that are using for the first option of car and economy one?
The total?
Which
2.8,
percentage?
52.8.
Exactly. And that is why I chose in this chart percentage. You can see right here, this line, that is 50%. So this means that more than half of the people surveyed said that the first option of car they had was an economy one. It is right here. Then standard and last luxury.
Sorry, I don't get the difference between the percentage valid and percentage acumulado. Like, what's the difference between those?
And that one is a very, very important question, because the cumulated percentage includes the one and the previous. So right here, we are going to start with the first one. The first one, they are always the same. So this one and this one, they are going to be always the same because they are the first ones.
Yeah.
The second one is a different one, and the third one. So you can see right here, which is, I think that Vianette asked it. So please, Vianette, tell me, what is the percentage of people that chose the entry vehicle as a standard one?
You mean like the percentage?
Yes, it is right there on that table. You can see it right there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's 25.3.
No, it's 28. Why is 28? What is the difference between this one and this one? Because this one includes loss value and this one is without loss values. So
Okay. So totally.
So
it's not counting the 492?
Exactly. Yes, you can
okay.
see it right here. They are not included. No?
All right.
But like you were asking the difference between valid percentage and accumulated percentage,
Yes,
right?
yes, I will return to that one. Okay, so then we have now, what is the accumulated one? 80.9, yes? So this 80.9 includes economy plus standard, both of them.
So it's like kind of like the sum of the percentage that shows economic one, that is 52, plus the ones that shows standard, and that gives us 80.9.
Exactly, that one. You said it better than me. Yes. Okay. Now, always the cumulative percentage will be 100 when you reach the last category. Obvious, you are including all of them. So that is why right here is 100%, because all the time, the last category will be the total of them. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
So now there are some of you that are not participating, but I don't want to apply you because this one is an added session. But please, anyone that is not participating, tell me looking at all of this information, just by looking at it, what can you tell me of this variable? Just to answer that one, a paragraph about the analysis of this variable, primary vehicle price category. Anyone? Yes, Jacinta, go.
Well,
The economy is doing greater and the luxury is, well, in terms of money, the worst.
Yes, this means that less people are buying luxury cars. Yes, that is right. What else can you tell us?
Mm, mm,
You can see right here that more than half are using economy ones. Right here you have it. So more than half of our customers, it is right here. So that one would be another thing, important one.
Well, also that in numbers, 2,382 persons that answered the survey have an economy car.
Exactly, yes, that is important, no? Right here, that is an important number. And this is the absolute frequency. Okay, very, very good, excellent. Let me see if my hard drive is already updated, so that way we can move to the last one. Yes, we have it right here. Okay, so please take note of point number 4 so I can start doing the work. So please screenshot it or take a photo of it. I stopped my video so the connection is hopefully better. Okay, so right there you have it. You have to create a table. It's a cross table between gender and income. So I want to know if there is a relation between gender and income, and also create a graphic chart. So give it a try. I want you to try it. No? So right there you have 5 different actions. So please start. Please let me know as soon as you are ready, so I can explain this part of the exercise.
I don't know if I made it correctly, so if we can do it together.
Yes, of course. I just want to wait if the other ones, how are the other ones?
I have it already.
Okay, excellent. The other ones?
We can continue.
Perfect. Okay. So Juan, I'm going to do it in 2 steps, 2 different ones. First, I'm going to go to Analyze, Descriptives, and Cross Tables. By custom, I always try to put reset. So I will start always with blank. So anytime you press on reset, you are going to remove anything that was before, so that way I know that I'm starting in blank. I'm going to choose.
Sorry. It was comparar medidas?
No. Cross tables. Tablas cruzadas.
Ah, yes, I remember now. Uh-huh.
Then
Perfect.
I'm going to choose gender versus income category in thousands.
Sorry, a question. Yes, I think you're gonna say it.
You asked me before, can we put them the other way around? Yes, of course.
Yes.
But what is going to happen? In the chart, they are going to be the other way around. So in this one, you can see in my chart that I have gender versus income. If I put them the other way around, I am going to have income right here versus gender. Yes. They are going to be swifted. So that is why I advise, this is only an option, this is not a rule, that you go with the first one, in this case, gender on rows. But you can change them anytime you want. Do not worry about this one. Okay, so in the first question, I am going to be using statistics, cells, all of the percentages. In cells, observe, and that one, and I'm going to put the chart. Again, is gender versus income, cells, what you got, and all the 3 different percentages, and that's it. And show the graphics. I am going to get this chart and this graphic. And we have a lot of information right here. So just let me go through it very fast.
Sure.
Yes.
What? I didn't get the graphics. I just got the chart.
Oh, yes, me too.
So you have it right here.
Wait, I'm gonna repeat it.
It is right
Okay.
here.
Yes. Yeah, I miss.
Okay.
What does suprimir tablas means? Like make them
You are not
smaller,
going to
or
get
is
this
that...
one, this table,
Oh, okay.
only the graphic.
Okay.
Yes. I'm okay now.
Okay. So now I have right here this chart. This information is important. So how many are under 25,000? 26% of the people. How many are there between 25 and 49? 35.9. You see the spotlight? I just want to be sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see it.
From 50 to 74, 16%. So right here, which one is my main target? The ones that are between 25 and 49. It's going to be under 25. So this means, and if you correlate this information with this, now you can explain it. My market is the ones that are driving an economy car. Yes, they are the ones with under $50,000 per year.
Can you repeat that,
So
please?
this is kind of, yes, if you see these two numbers, we can see right here that our main customers are the ones that earn less money. So that can explain why they are driving an economy car.
Okay, I see.
Now you have it right here. But there are some standard, yes, and it is right here. No, the luxury ones obviously are the least ones. Okay, so that is very important. Now, let's go to male and female. We have right here 49% of our customers are male. It is right here. And 51% are female, so mainly the same. Now let's get inside of the table. No? Which one is the main one? Where are the most amount of customers? So I'm going to go to the count. It says right here 663, 853, 408, 332. Oh, it is right here. We have it right here, 940. So this one is my main segment, and it represents 18.8% of all of my customers are female that earn between 25 and 49,000. So that is my main target. Now, if we only look at the main income, this one, we can now focus on the between that one. So we have 47% of male versus 52%. And this one, you can see that is the biggest difference between them. Look at this. I am going to cross both. So you can see right here that in all the other incomes, they are mainly the same except for that one. That one is 52. That one is the greatest difference. So now I can know that I have a difference. Let me go to the chart and you can see that I am right. Look at this chart. This one, the one with the biggest, this one right here, you can see belongs to female. This one, the highest one, okay? So now I can say that we have a difference between them. There is a difference in income between male and female. Now the question is, are they related? So let me put again the question, and it says, Does the income depends upon the gender? Obviously, I am talking only about my customers. I am not talking about the other people, only about my customers. So do a suitable statistic test, okay? So
Well, we have to see first how many women were in this part and how many men were also asked.
and that
Right.
question is answered right here with this 51 and 49%.
So yeah, of course there were more females
Well,
because there
Yes,
were more females.
but even though there are more female, if you compare this 51 with this 52, they are not the same.
No.
so there is a significant difference between male and female. Matter
Yes, there is a difference. Now we have to
in our
search if
statistics.
that difference is just because of chance or if it's by chance or there is really a reason for that. Because a lot of times it's just because of chance. But we have to be sure that this difference between this 52, this 51%, because what we should expect 51. That is what we should expect. But we didn't get it.
But with the percent that you gave us, since it's less than 5 or exactly, but I think it's by chance.
For example,
case,
look at the other
because-
one. You can see right here, 50.2, 50.2, 50.3, 50.5. They're almost the same, just very alike. And then suddenly we have a 52. Now, just imagine that you are going in the street and suddenly you see that the first one that the first man or female that you find, they are wearing this face mask. And then the other one also, and then the third one also, and the fourth one also. And suddenly there is one without it. Something is different. Now the question is, he or she, they are not wearing a face mask just because of chance. This means they forget it, something happened, or they decide not to use it. There is a reason for that. Now we have 5,000 people to make that analysis. Are you hearing me? Sorry, are you hearing me?
Yes.
No. Well, we didn't hear what you said, but now yes.
Okay, yeah, something happened with my mic. Okay, again, you have 50.2, 50.2, 50.3, 50.5. Suddenly we have 52.4. So now the question is, this is just by chance or there is a reason for this? And we have 5,000 data to identify. How I'm going to get it? I'm going to analyze descriptive cross tables, age versus income.
Income.
And
Yeah.
then,
So, sorry, teacher. How come did you chose those two?
because
Like,
those are the ones that we're analyzing.
Okay.
In
The age?
in the exercise, it says right there, gender versus income.
So then
I'm
it's
always
not
going to
age.
ask you that.
Okay.
So then why age?
Sorry, please. My mistake.
Yeah, that's why I was like confused.
Thank you for telling me. I was also confused.
It's okay.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to statistics, and the analysis is squared chi. This one is the analysis. Now let's go to
Wait, can you
sales,
repeat it?
Why is it that one?
because the squared chi shows us if there is a relation and if that relation is strong or no.
Okay, thank you.
You can say that it's because it's the first one. Sales, observe, and expected. Only these two. Do not include percentage because that table is going to be very, very, very confusing.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you click cancel, isn't it?
Oh, because I already have it.
Ah, okay.
I don't want to do it again.
I
Yeah.
think I got a bit confused. What we had wrong? The
Wrong?
casillas? Or what?
I don't know. Let me
No,
check.
nothing. Like he corrected before having it wrong.
Putting everything, yeah.
So it's
O
gender
sea,
versus income.
O sea, pon gender e income para verlas.
O sea, se
y
había confundido y
solamente,
puso
and we only changed casillas and put graphics at the end.
Right
no.
here is expect and
Also
observe.
in statistics, yeah. But
Sales
also in
is
statistics, you select quadra.
chi
I don't
cuadrado.
know what. Chi quadrado.
Sí, cuadrada.
Yes.
No, cuadrada.
Square chi, and in sales, observe and expected.
In what?
How can I remember that I need to press all those in
Yes.
the exam? It's kind of confusing.
It's
I'm honestly
different.
writing it down.
It's different between analyzing the data than getting a statistical significance. Look at this. When you are creating a cross table only to know what you have, in this one, A and B, when you are using this A and B, only the first part, we are only going to make the analysis like this. If I want to analyze the data, but only make the analysis. Indeed, is the first thing that we always do. The first time you can take this by faith. Every time you get, for the first time, you put your variables, because believe me, this is how it works. You get right here, you will go to sales, you will put all the percentage, and you can show the graphics and accept it, and that's it. This is the first part of the analysis. Before this, we don't know nothing. Once we have this, we can start the analysis. What analysis? Are there differences between them? And we can see that there is only one. In this case, we only have this bar that is different. The other ones are mainly the same.
Yeah.
So now the question is this difference significant? This means, is there a reason for this or not? So that one is the second question right here, the second part. Does the income depends upon the gender or not? Do a suitable statistical test and write this. Okay, so let's go. So I want to know if this is because of a reason or just because of chance. A few moments ago, when my mic was out, I was explaining. Just imagine that right now you go outside to the street, and while you are walking, you see a lot of people using face masks. And suddenly there is one that he or she are not wearing it. It's because they don't want to. This means there is a reason to explain it, or because chance. This means they left it in the car, something happened, and it's just by chance. This means there is no reason. Something happened. So we want to answer that one. But we can do it. How? We are going right here, analyze, descriptive, cross tables. And now in this case, I am going to choose statistics, square chi. And SPSS is going to make an analysis, a very, very depth analysis on all the variables to explain what is happening. And in sales, it's very important that you put observe and expect. Do not put the percentage because that chart is that table is going to be very, very confusing. What is the result? You are going to get this result. Another very important example.
Miguel, sorry, can you repeat what you just said about the cells? That it should be observed and then the other one as well, but what we should not put?
Percentage do not, because it's going to be very, very confusing. So only seen and expected. Percentage, you can leave them, but believe me, it's going to be very confusing. A lot of numbers right there. So I'm going to get this table. I was going to explain you another important example. Okay, you are in international business. So you go to Colombia and you are going to start doing business in Colombia. And then you want to know if there is a reason right there why young people are buying more cars than older people. So suddenly you realize that is happening, but you don't know it's just because a trend, something happened, it's just by chance, or there is really a reason. You can do this analysis and know, and then you can create a target. Because sometimes things go only by chance. For example, during May, a lot of beer was sold in Mexico. A lot of beer. Was by chance or there was a reason?
There was a reason.
Exactly. So this means that next May, we are not expecting the same result. There was a reason, and that reason was coronavirus. So if things change, the behavior is going to change, and we want to explain it. But we need a proof, a scientific proof of it. And now we have it. So let's go right here. And now let's analyze this right here. You can go with seen and expected. And we can see we have, oh, someone is writing down, teacher, I don't want to interrupt, but I need to leave the session. Okay. See you on Thursday. Okay. Right here, we seen 663, but we expected 651. We seen 853, but we expected 878. So then it seems that yes, there are differences. Right here, in female 25 to 49, we saw 940, we got 940, but we expected 914. So yes, there are differences between what we are getting and what we expected. That is true. There is a difference. Now the question is this by chance or there is really a reason? And we have to go right here in this one. This is the number that you have to analyze. And I told you, this is important. I'm going to write it down again. This significance has three possible values. 0, 0 or less than 0. So we have three possible values, three possible options. 0 or less than 0.5, this means 5%. Between 0.05 and 0.1, this means between 5 and 10%, or more than 10. So this means less than 5%, between 5 and 10, and more than 10. And this percentage means what are the probability that I am wrong if I suppose that this is by chance. Let me write down. This is the percentage of being wrong if I say that the difference are by chance. Read it and please let me know if you get it. So I can
But
say
there is
that in this case, I have 69.4% of chance, of probability to be wrong if I say the difference are by chance. Okay, so this is what this means.
Yeah.
So then, I am sure there is a reason. So in this case, I am completely sure that yes, the income is in function of gender. So I can put inside of my store products or services with more price aimed to women. I can be sure of that. Women are going to be paying more for products than men.
Wait, but how did you get that, like, final reason?
Because if you go right here, you can see that more women earn money than men.
Okay. So the fact that they earn more money and they spend it, what do you mean, like?
They will have more money to spend.
Okay.
So yes, I can show those products. I can show higher price products to women because they have more money. I am sure of it.
Right.
The income is related to gender. If this result, if this 0.694 was 0, then I will tell you, no, I have no proof that women are getting more money than men, at least my customers. No, I'm talking about my customers. Let me change this example. Just imagine that right now I do an analysis on the grades in the university. I know, and I'm sure, completely sure, that women have better grades than men in average. I am not talking one by one. I am talking in average. Now the question is, if I have more women in my classroom, can I say that you are going to get better grades than another group with more men? And the answer is no. Because if I make these statistics, I am going to get a number below 5%. I'm going to say it in another way. Is gender telling us that income is different or not? In this case, yes, there is a difference. But in other cases, there is not. The only way that I can be sure of it is by doing this analysis. There is no other way. Well, to be scientifically sure. And this cannot be answered through Excel. We need to use an statistic analysis. Questions?
No.
Difficult, confusing.
It's
I think
tedious.
it's confusing.
Sorry, Bianet, please.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard. It's just very tedious. Like you have to do lots of analyzing, but I like it. Like it's okay.
Okay, Luisa.
I think it's really confusing.
Okay, perfect. So then with this one, we are done for today. Let me turn on my video. Okay, so hopefully I'm going to stop this one because I need to record it. Okay,